Let me tell him one time, I've been on the grind, this my prime. Ha, let me tell him one time,
Holy, Shy, when I said go big or go home, I didn't quite mean it this way.
Boss, you said you wanted a viral video.
All right, well, stop going viral on the desk. Put some damn clothes on before you catch a cold. Let's go do the tour.
I flew out to Vancouver for an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of Fit Foods, home of Pure Vita Labs, Mutant, and North Coast Naturals. But this isn't just any tour. Jim McMahon, the CEO himself, gives us an exclusive insight on how we went from packing tubs of protein by hand to a 200,000 square foot facility. You might even get to see some exclusive unreleased product. Let's check it out. Okay, what do we got here? What is this contraption? How do we do this here?
Heel first, hamstring it. There you go. Rookie, first time success.
Extra large, large.
Just a large. I'm not that big.
Have we got the Blue Bomber colors going here? This is for Biggie and Dave Reed. So did 23 days ago, did somebody die?
What does it say here?
That's sick.
This plant has worked 22
That's a
days
sick joke.
without a law.
We do everything here in a very efficient manner. There's over 1,000 pounds of blended protein powder is here.
Wow.
And then as you can see, we're doing a vacuum fill into the dispensing area. So as simple as we could put it, this is just where we do the filling and do a top-up fill here as well.
Oh, okay.
So this is the way we get double the output, keeping everything cost-effective, because as we're all consumers, nobody wants to pay more for their product than what they should have to. There's a lot of humans working here. So unlike in Terminator, our machines are human friendly. We're not trying to replace human jobs by having all the machinery here either.
Yeah.
This is about making sure all the jobs too, they make more per hour as well.
Makes sense. What do we got going on here?
We'll do a little top up. We're kind of known for having the most accurate net fill weight. Make sure the scoop goes on top of the powder, not the bottom.
Yeah.
It's not always going to go perfect though, but we do put them on top.
Scoop goes on top.
On top. We'll come around here and they'll do a little metal detection.
Oh, okay.
So to make sure nothing came off the machinery or anything like that. If you're not metal detecting, you shouldn't be selling product anyway. So that's an absolute must. And you got to do that before you put the lid on.
100%.
Because there's a little bit of metal in the lid, a little bit of metal in the label.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, lid on, and then the label on there as well. So there's a few air knives going on. You don't really see them, so they're blasting a little bit of the powder that may have been on the outside of the jar.
Cleans it up a little bit.
Exactly. Standard labeling, making sure it's a wraparound over there. Every jar gets a laser imprinted code on it.
Oh, okay.
So you know what batch number it is, the date it was manufactured. If ever anything went wrong somewhere in the world, then we know where the batch came from. And then we apply a lid sticker because we're proud.
Proud Canadians. Tell us a little bit about the product itself. This has been a top seller in all across Canada for how long?
This is the #1 isolate in Canada. It's been over 15 years. Popeyes, Supplement King, everybody loves this product. Reflex, it's a go-to. And it comes in over 7 amazing flavors.
What's your favorite flavor?
You know what? I love chocolate.
I'm a chocolate guy as well.
Well, especially at 8 p.m. at night, the hunger starts to creep in a little bit.
Yeah.
Half cup of rolled oat, water, microwave, bring it back out, scoop of protein.
Beautiful. That's how I do it too.
It's a healthy chocolate pudding for adults kind of thing.
So word around town is there's a new flavor that is being released. Do we have any insights as to what that might be?
I'll give you a hint. Rocky, Rocky, Rocky.
You guys are gonna have to stick around to find out, and it'll be in store soon. How heavy is this bad boy here?
125.
When we're doing creatine, we don't mess around here. Not only do we bring in a lot of creatine, but there's also 13 quality control tests we do on the creatine.
Okay.
If you don't do those, you shouldn't be selling your creatine.
Right. Why, when you open the bottle and you take a scoop, what is that staticky? Have you ever noticed that?
Sometimes, yeah.
What is that?
Canadian winter.
Ah.
Usually that's what it is. So when a bottle goes from hot to cold to cold to hot, and every time you hit a temperature inversion, there's a static charge.
Okay. Hey, we're myth busting.
But you can see there's a lot of creatine ready to go here. That's what all this creatine is for. It's going in the Popeyes exclusive 1,200 gram size.
What is the difference between this one here, which is from our natural series, compared to the 100% pure German creatine?
The main difference is a manufacturing process. Okay. And so there's about 14 different creatine monohydrate manufacturers around the world. Of course, there's only one in Germany. And so the other 13, 2 of them have passed all the Health Canada and the US FDA tests.
Okay.
We buy from those 2 suppliers as well. both the German and the non-German creatine both pass all the assays. The thing about the German creatine is just some people, hey, they want the Ferrari, they want the Lamborghini, they want the Aston Martin. Legendary, 20 plus years of consistent quality. It's also made in its own dedicated creatine facility.
Right.
So it's an extra reduction of potential risk of cross-contamination. There's that. The non-German is super stable.
Yeah.
Like it passes all the standards.
Right.
Easy, no problem. The German one just goes a little bit further. It's got a 5-year shelf stability.
Wow.
Which is a crazy amount of shelf stability. This one's extremely stable. This is over 3-year shelf stability on this one here. But some people just want that Aston Martin type aspect, and that's the German stuff.
You heard it here, 100% Pure, the Ferrari in its industry.
As you see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 packaging rooms going on today. Like to keep all the people employed. The production, I mean, you've already seen the one line. The other lines, they're each one has a different uniqueness to it.
Right.
So one of the other lines is for the smaller, more compact products. So like the miniature creatines.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do there.
Yeah.
You see one of our other brands, North Coast Naturals, the Ultimate Daily Cleanse. So we have a bagging line specifically for the bag products
bags
as well. Yeah,
Right. So there are 3 lines.
3 main lines.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is Pure Vita Labs, Mutant,
Yeah. And then North Coast Naturals.
North Coast Naturals. And you started all 3 of them.
Well, everything was PVL. And
Where did it start? Take us back to day one. Where did this idea come from? Why PVL?
being an athlete back in the day, I started powerlifting to repair some injuries, believe it or not, and then I got more injured by doing the powerlifting. So I got into all of the supplementation, just trying to repair some injuries.
Okay.
So this is back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Worked in the industry, and then an opportunity came up to try to go out on my own. So I started out with 4 products. 2 of them are creatine and 2 of them are proteins.
Yeah.
I had another blending facility that did all the contract blending.
Wow.
And I used to get up in the morning and fill every jar.
So you were doing the work.
I was doing this. 4 in the morning till 8 in the morning,
Hey.
filling.
And now it's to the point where there
Oh,
are
yeah.
4 packing stations.
There's
where
200,000 square feet here.
Wow.
Amongst the 3 buildings.
Wow.
And there's almost 200 employees here as well.
Well, you see it. The CEO himself was once packing each bottle individually himself. So you guys got to put in the work.
You got to do
And
that.
eventually it will grow into this.
Well, you got to stay dedicated on what you're good at, right?
100%.
And you stay focused, make it super simpler on yourselves,
Yeah.
and just go for it. And everything was PVL. Like
Yeah.
it was all a sport brand. And when we came out with, like, for example, a greens product, back in the 90s, it was a little hard to sell greens to a sport crowd.
Right?
That's where North Coast Naturals was born,
Right.
from out of that.
Different target audience.
Yeah, and then Mutant Mass was actually a PVL product when we launched it in 2005,
Ah,
but it took off like wildfire.
that's how Mutant was born,
Yeah, Mutant was an offspring
of
of
PVL.
PVL.
Crazy. Mutant was an offspring of PVL. They came out with a product called Mutant Mass, which was just a mass gainer.
Not just a mass gainer. The world's first big bag 15-pound gainer.
That is awesome.
It shouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
We did everything wrong. It was like, okay, well, the standard in the day was like a 10-pound or a 12-pound gainer.
Right.
And we're like, okay, well, let's do 15
Let's go
pound.
bigger.
And the standard was, if you look at the old school formulas, they're like 15 or 16% protein when you look at it per 100 grams.
Yeah.
And ours was about 20%.
Okay.
So we were already 1/3 more potent.
Yeah. That's
So
amazing.
1/3 more potent, 25% more product. That shouldn't have worked.
Can't. But it did.
It worked. I don't know if you've seen that wall, but
Oh my goodness.
so
Wow.
all that powder down this wall,
Crazy.
that's all going to be used up in about a week. That's all pre-blended, prepped, ready to go. Whenever any retailer is putting on a big promotion, like I said, we just came out of Black Friday.
Yeah.
Most of the stores know that we're the set of brands that they can depend on to be there because we've got the powder ready to go.
Yes.
So if we get an emergency order from a chain and they say, oh, we need 25,000 jars of this,
Yeah.
or we need 30,000 jars of that,
Yeah. They can rely on you that
We
you're
can
ready
do
to
it.
go. In terms of building a company, maybe life in general, what's something you would have told your younger self that would have helped you get to where you are now?
I think what all of us could do better at, and myself still to this very day, this whole hustle culture is part of it is good.
Right.
Part of it is is a lie. You got to push away and say no sometimes, so you have time to say yes to the better things, whether that is work, school, parenting, being a family member, whatever. The hustle culture, yeah, part of it is really good. This work-life balance, sorry, it's a bit of crap because it's not always balanced. It's just not going to be.
That's 100%. Because I know some people that will say yes to any opportunity that comes through their door.
And that's a trap. It's a trap.
That's a trap.
Because you'll get stuck in the pit of something you shouldn't be putting your time and talent and effort into.
Right.
Do you deserve to have your time taken away from you and everybody else you want to use your time for?
Right.
No.
Because your time and energy matters, and whatever you place your time, your energy, your focus on is going to grow. So if that's being divided, at the end of the day, the main focus isn't getting the attention or the love that it needs, right?
One of the most consistent questions we've been asked, and it gets asked in so many different ways, especially for people having a hard time deciding to make time to get to the gym or go for the hike or whatever.
Right.
Usually it revolves around, well, you know, I've got kids, or I got to be here for that. I go, listen, we all get that. And it's not an either or choice.
Yeah.
You have to take care of yourself, body and mind. And if you don't, well, you're not as good for your kids and the rest of your family, your coworkers. So it's okay to push away from everything else.
Right.
Give yourself the 1 hour a day, 4 or 5 days a week, or however you got to do it, and give yourself good health.
Right.
And then that way you're more present for everything else in your life. There's your balance.
I couldn't agree more. Take care of yourself so that you can present your best self in any situation, family, work life, whatever it may be. What is going on here? This is some next level futuristic stuff. What is this?
Well, this is Arnold's next venture into the Terminator series. This is the T-100,000. No, I'm just kidding. It's a robot that handles 3 different packaging lines all at once. It's a lunch hour right now for some of the staff, so you know the bot's not going crazy right now.
Right.
But what we like to let people know about is the reason why we bought the robot wasn't to replace any human workers. There's that too. But the team came up with a problem. We were having a hard time getting staff that wanted to do this job because we were doing thousands and thousands and thousands of boxes on pallets. And so the team came up with this robot thing, and I'm like, oh my Lord. And it was right during COVID. We didn't have a lot of sales going on. Things were kind of shut down.
Yeah.
This is like a $400,000 purchase price that they came to me with. And I'm like, are you guys insane? You want me to do what? But we looked again at the We Care thing that we stand for.
Right.
And it actually didn't cost us $400,000. It cost us nothing.
Really?
When you get right down to it. And save time, save labor. People were wanting to come and work here. We weren't losing people. We didn't have to train people every 30 days.
Yeah.
It paid for itself in about 3 years.
Right. Hey, if you thought construction work was a hard job, try lifting 1,000 boxes a day filled with ISO gold.
Thousands.
Thousands of boxes a day filled with ISO gold. What is this robot called?
I did not name the robot. I need that known. The team named it, and I had to make sure they weren't, doing it as a joke. They would tell you, I hope they would tell you, that they did it out of appreciation.
Right.
So the name is the Gym Bot. Yeah, look at Mayran. He's just killing us
The
all.
Gym Bot. He could say he's working in the factory as well.
So they just appreciated that we listened and we bought them a robot to save them from having to do this job.
There you have it, folks, the Gym Bot.
After you? Oh, no. Guess first.
So we've seen the packaging process. We have seen the stock, which is absolutely massive. We have seen the Gym Bot.
Everything we've been walking by is all the raw materials and plastic jars. This is all the empty stuff before it gets made into a product. But where we're gonna head is actually where the finished products are. This is a brand new hole.
So you guys cut a hole in the concrete.
No, we called the Acme Dynamite Company, like the Wile E. Coyote on the Bugs Bunny cartoons, and we dynamited the hell out of this thing.
So we have a little bit of background of how the brand started. Where do we see the brand going in the future? What's coming up? What do we have to look forward to?
Well, the brand's never going to stop developing because humans don't ever stop developing, right?
Right.
So we stand for giving the people what they want.
Yeah.
So there's definitely, of course, the new flavor of Isogold is coming out.
Okay.
There's actually some new convenience type packaging coming out for those people who are more on the go. So we have some innovations coming out in March and April and May.
Beautiful.
That's just going to make people on the go
Yeah.
even happier. Stay away from the 1,200 calorie lunches, man.
There's no secret, this is a very competitive space. I want to know what makes PVL stand out? What makes PVL the purple cow in the industry?
Well, thank you for saying that's who we are. I mean, to me, I always try to keep it super simple.
Okay.
And it might not be sexy,
Yep.
but at the end of the day, we're very intentional about the whole we care thing. Because at the end of the day, we're all consumers and we can all smell BS.
Right.
I appreciate more and more retailers, like Amazon, for example, has clamped down on a lot of the Wild Wild West type stuff out there.
Yeah.
As a consumer, I want to know what I'm taking is safe and meets some kind of good standard. So
Right.
Health Canada, we got some really high standards. The PVL is also 100% informed choice.
Okay.
Drug tested.
Right.
It's the largest brand of its kind in the world.
Right.
That's
Safe.
Every product is drug tested.
Safe for your regular gym goer, safe for an Olympic athlete,
Yeah.
anybody who's competing in professional sports, this is also a big thing. Because not all brands are trusted and proved like that, right?
Well, every industry has players that aren't going to play by the rules. We all know that. So this industry isn't any different.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we just want to assure people that when you see a PVL logo, that you're going, okay, well, I now know where it's made.
Yeah.
We talked about the creatine, for example, doing 13 different types of assays to
Right.
make sure it's real, stable, and safe, and efficacious, meaning it's going to work. We abide by the Health Canada regulations. We're GMP inspected. We're FDA inspected at the border. I'm telling you, man, there is a wall right there from Canada to the U.S., and the U.S. guys are like this, and they're inspecting everything we ship down there. So when it comes to quality and consistency and dependability, that's what we stand for. We're not here to waste your time or your money.
Right.
You got better things to do in your life. Me too, by the way.
100%. As we can see, this warehouse is absolutely massive. There is hundreds of thousands of product in here. How many countries do we ship to?
A little over 100 countries around the world. And when we say ship, we're not shipping just one jar or one box. When we're shipping, this is the big ocean-going 40-foot containers.
Right.
They're jammed,
Wow.
man. Yeah, multiple trailers leave here every day.
Wow.
It's quite the operation. Like, we've been doing it for a long time, coming up 28 years.
It didn't start like that.
Experience counts.
Yeah.
So we've learned a lot, and we apply all those learnings so that we're just a little bit more efficient, a little bit more safer, a little bit more dependable. And the proof is in the numbers. We've done over $1 billion of product here, and we're not slowing down.
The product is not in the U.S. as of right now.
Some of the PVL brand is in the States.
Okay.
And again, it's by intention. Like I got friends in the restaurant industry, for example.
Right.
Make your first restaurant awesome before you branch out and open up a second location. It's the same
agree
thing
more.
here.
Yeah.
Make sure the home turf is taken care of.
Right.
And that way you know how to multiply then really well.
Yeah. There's a lot of people from America watching right now. When can they expect to see this product? Because
It's coming.
I know they want it.
I know. There's 2 products coming.
Top secret.
Top secret. And I think they're launching in like April, May, somewhere in that range.
Right.
And so that'll be the real first time when people go, ooh, okay, that's cool. And I go, yeah. So they're not Me Too products. They're not exactly like anything else that's been out there yet.
So there's a strategic plan to the rollout. One state at a time, one product at a time. Do it right.
Do it right. 1 billion jars.
You better know where that reference is from. Drop a comment and let me know where that is from. Okay, so we've done the grand tour. We have one more spot to hit. Where are we going next?
We're gonna get out of our clothes. You're probably gonna get out of more clothes than I will. You're probably gonna take your shirt off again and walk around the building. But we're gonna head upstairs and go to research and development. We're gonna do some taste tests on something top secret that nobody's ever seen yet. Oh, 2 steps, come on, man. A little private hallway takes us down to kind of the brain power area. You get past that and right in here. So welcome to research and development. We got real ingredients and real jars and real flavors and real everything going on in here.
Awesome.
And real people who do magic.
So what is their job title?
Research and development maestros. And then they take my cockamamie and crazy ideas and
they bring it to life.
And they make it happen. This is called breaking PVL. So we got a couple of new top secret formulas here. So you're going to be one of the first ones to actually taste these. You're the first civilian.
I'm the test dummy.
I just want you to taste it first and just tell everybody what you honestly think about the taste first. So let's just do cheers.
Cheers.
And what flavor is this one, Kyle?
It's orange crushed flavor.
It's the orange crushed.
That's good.
It's clean.
That's really good. It's clean, it's smooth.
There's no spiky notes. Like
Right.
it doesn't take you up here with sweetness
Yeah.
or hit you over here with salt.
the salt.
It's just really balanced.
100%.
So what do you think that was?
That's-
What kind of product category do you think that was?
I would think it would fall under the BCAA's EAA product or some type of hydration.
You're bang on both counts.
Okay.
So what this is one of the very first absolutely sugar and absolutely carb-free electrolyte drink mixes. It's actually clinically correct on the ratios of sodium, potassium, and chloride, the top 3 electrolytes. We also added in 2 more. But it's an electrolyte drink mix that's also absorption activated without using sugar.
Okay.
You know, Gatorade since 1965, working with the Florida Gators.
Really sugary product.
Yeah, you need sugar to activate the electrolytes. Well, there's other ingredients that actually transport electrolytes in water other than sugar.
Right.
So when you said aminos,
Yeah.
that's what you tasted. So there's a little bit of aminos in there doing the transportation job of the sugar.
Right.
So it's absolutely sugar-free, absolutely dye-free. It's clinically correct. And when we say clinically correct, it's no bull. There's an actual clinical recipe out there that's used in emergency situations for rehydration. I had to make it because I didn't see anything. I tried it, you know, where I'm at in the summertime is Penticton. It's hot, right? It's 90 degrees, 95 degrees Fahrenheit all the time. And I couldn't find anything to go from the gym to the golf course and wherever else I was going that day.
Yeah.
And everything either had sugar or it had artificial dyes or it was nowhere near clinically correct levels. I looked at 60 products and there was nothing out there. The other one's a little more obvious what it is.
Well, it's green.
It's green. There's not a lot of mystery on what this one probably might be.
Yeah.
But there is a demonstrable difference with this particular greens formula. So good luck on the taste because it's got greens in it. But it's better than choking down 40 buckets of kale every day, I'll tell you that. Nothing against kale, sorry about that.
That is delicious.
Yeah. I could have used a little more water myself. I mean, you can always adjust the water for your sweetness, whatever you want to do.
100%.
But to me, I wanted something refreshing and clean, yet didn't miss the mark on really delivering a big load of greens.
Yeah.
And I'll give everybody a little tip. When you're looking for your greens products out there, although you just buy the PVL one that's coming out, you don't have to look then.
Right.
Look for the spirulina. It's the greenest of all the greens. It's got the highest dose of chlorophyll. That's why things are green on the planet.
That's a superfood, right?
That's a mega superfood. If that was the only food left on the planet, we'd be good. Personally, I wouldn't buy the product if they're not telling you how much spirulina is in it. And what you want is at least a minimum of 1,000 milligrams.
Right.
If you get 1,000 milligrams, same thing as 1 gram of spirulina, then you know you got a really good dose greens.
Yeah.
That's the start. I mean, of course, you add in other ingredients.
Yeah, no, this is delicious. It's not too strong on the veggie taste, and it's like, it has that really good fruity taste without being overpowering.
And the better thing is, you can add the electrolyte to it.
Mix them up.
Oh yeah, baby.
Good to go.
I mean,
Let's put it back.
No shortage of doing it right here. I'm taking this. Did you want to see the chaos? It's pure chaos.
There's chaos.
Hoarders. I don't know what to call this, man.
Yeah, just don't show the whiteboard. You know, don't show this, don't show that.
You're very organized.
This is what my brain is like.
Okay.
So this is why I work out and do cardio and try to eat right, because otherwise I don't function well.
It's messy, but
It's organized.
things are, it's messy.
I know where my pool noodle is. That's how I roll, baby. Facts matter. All right, so you've seen everything. You've done R&D. You like the flavors. You made only one mistake in production that we caught, at least. We'll get the report later, see how that goes.
I'll do better. I'll do better tomorrow.
All right.
All right, Jim, thanks for the tour. We'll see you later.
Hey, you can't take all the trophies. I worked hard for those.